views expressed on this program are those of the hosts, guests, and callers, and are not necessarily those of this station, its management, or other advertisers. You're listening to Transformation Talk Radio.
Hi, welcome. This is Dr. John DeMartini. This is one of the most amazing and inspiring shows that you can listen into. If you want to be on the edge of your seats, if you want to open up your heart, if you want to expand your mind, and you want to meet incredible people, stay tuned because you're just about to experience a transformative radio show that will change your life. And you're listening to the Dr. Pat Show that's coming up right next.
Welcome to the Dr. Pat Show. Talk radio to thrive by. Powerful, inspiring, and coming to you live, bringing you stories of people like you and me, busting through and living life full out. Get ready to dare to wonder what your life would be like if you knew you could not fail. Hey, everybody. Super welcome. Welcome to the show. It's great to have all of you here. Joining us, tuning us in, turning us on, the Dr. Pat Show, talk radio to thrive by. And as many of you know, with the introduction of transformationradio.fm, stay tuned. Lots more to come. Those channels will actually go live in September. I want to thank you all for any and all of the above. And this is going to be an amazing show. It is a live call-in show. I just want you to know, please take this number down. You're going to want it, 1-800-930-2819. As Dr. Jenn Royster paints intuitive messages. Wow. The last time she did this, it was unbelievable, amazing. She is back with her paintbrush in hand to join us to paint intuitively. And what will she be painting? You're going to hear about that in a minute. But Dr. Jenn channels the paintings. That's what she does. She connects with the energy field, spirit, the angelic realm, brings color and life to intuitive readings. She paints the messages of inspiration and encouragement for the listeners. Painting is one of her favorite ways to connect for guidance. And, you know, there's a reason for that. We're going to talk about it today. So today during the show, when you call in, she will paint a message. She's going to paint a message for you, and you're going to be able to download your painting after the show. OMG. Are you ready for this? How does it get any better than this? For those of you that are not familiar with who Dr. Jenn is, I'm going to spend a few minutes just giving you a snapshot of who she is. Beyond an internationally amazingly known intuitive counselor, spiritual teacher, energy healer, visionary, she is somebody that's out in the world. You know, as we know, Dr. Jenn is somebody that is beyond what we may think of in terms of intuition, because she works with people all over the globe and helps us understand how we can bring the best of who we are to the forefront. And how do we do that? Well, she does it in the many, many ways that she understands her own life as an energy healer, as an empath. She connects with the angels, the spirit guides. And one of the things that I love about what she does is she helps every single one of us deprogram the doubt, manifest our dreams. And she is today going to be the vessel for some intuitive paintings. Now, for many of you, this is what I want to say. This is not like a cookie cutter deal. We're not doing like your famous one size fits all chocolate chip kind of cookies. This is the cookie of many, many layers, of many, many different forms and formations. Because why? It is intuitive. That's what I love. 1-800-930-2819. That's what you can do to get in and get some of this. And I'm telling you, you're going to want to have some of this all over you. Dr. Jenn, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Dr. Pat. It is so great to be back doing this. This is so fun. We had a blast last time we did this.
Oh my gosh. I was absolutely shocked out of my mind afterwards because I had no idea of what you were doing. I mean, we talked about it, right? But I didn't really have an idea of the depth and the breadth of what you're doing. And what I would love to do is just tell folks a little bit about what intuitive painting is. But, here's the real question. Why is it so important for us, Dr. Jenn, to bring out the intuitive side of who we are? What is it about the day and age that we live in where intuitive paintings, intuitive energy, and intuition, period, is arriving?
I think it's more important in today's day than any time we've had. And it's always been very important to us. It's a part of who we are, and it guides us. It guides us individually because we are in a time where turning inward and trusting that intuition within us, that gut instinct, that feeling that you have, trusting it beyond anything else that you may hear out there, is a very important guidance tool for us right now, because there's a lot of unknowns. Things are rapidly changing continually. I mean, and if you got caught up in believing everything you hear or everything you see or what somebody else thinks, you will always feel like there's a fear to move forward. And this helps you tune into your connection to something beyond this lifetime, this physical life. You are more than that. We're connected to something bigger, and it will guide you. And it's, to me, the one thing you can trust more than anything in the whole world that you've ever known. So my passion is, yes, I'm doing intuition and I'm picking up the energies, and we're doing that today on the show, but I really want people to know that they have that within themselves. They don't have to do it by painting. That's just one of the ways that I like to do it. There's lots of ways people do it, but just to trust it and give it some time. Start to really become self-aware that you have a guiding tool that's right inside you that will guide you exactly where you need to be and where you need to go in your life.
I love this. I would love for you right now, Dr. Jenn, tell folks though how this all fits into the bigger body of work that you do. Doesn't that sound weird? But what I'm talking about are, the bigger body of your spiritual gifts, because, beyond all of this, you connect folks with angels, ascended masters, loved ones who's crossed over. And, this idea of doing an intuitive painting is the energies, isn't it, from all of the things and the people that have passed on, ascended masters, angels, whoever they might be, that's going to show up today, right?
Mm-hmm. Exactly. For example, I'm allowing the energy. This is a complete trust in what I'm picking up intuitively. And, that's the big thing right there. You got to trust that. So I'm trusting what I pick up. I'm not hesitating, and I'm just going with that. And I'm intending, and I've asked for that intention because I was meditating before you even called me in to the show. The intention to come through the paintbrush onto a physical form for people to see. So my intention is to show you in an energy on the paper. It's not a specific painting of something. It's not like we're drawing, an apple or a person or anything like that. It's going to be very loose. It's going to be a freestyle. A lot of it is the energy of the colors that I feel drawn to, or the type of tool that I feel drawn to. There's a lot of different kinds of brushes. There's the painting knives, and there's all kinds of things like that. I've even been told to use my own hand. So the energy comes through basically my hand to the brush. It's an extension of the energy expressing itself. And an artist that, writes music or paints, they understand what I'm saying. But I want people that don't feel like they have any art to understand that you don't have to feel like you have any of that. You have that too. You may find that you do it in gardening. You just have a knack for gardening or something else.
Yeah. Yeah. And this is what I love about this, is because, we now know that the world that we live in, right, Dr. Jenn, the world that we live in now, it used to be when my folks were growing up, right? It used to be the message was logic, reason, common sense. That was the message, right? It was like, wait a minute, let's have some critical thinking here. Think, figure it out. The world was way simpler then, at least in what we saw of the world. And now we're just connected to so many different places, so much information that I would imagine it's really hard to make decisions the way we used to 80 years ago. And isn't that where intuition is now coming in? We have to take the body of knowledge we have and maybe use it or not. How do you help people, pull the power of intuition into their lives?
With my radio show and with what I do with private sessions, I've already, a lot of times they'll call because they already feel something's shifting within them. They just can't quite figure it out. And one of the things that is so powerful to know, and a lot of times for people, is to be validated that I feel like I need to change something. I will pick that up and tell them without them saying something to me, so that validates it to them. But it also is helping them to not be afraid of the magnetic pull. I call it a magnetic pull because that's what it feels like. You're changing everything up. You're feeling like you need to listen to your heart. You're finding that you feel things more. And that's one of the big things that's happening in today's world, where we were raised to think and be logic, and we were making decisions with our mind. Now it's all about making the decisions with our heart and where we feel, connected to something, and opening the heart again. Now that's been an interesting part of the transformative times we've been feeling, because a lot of people's hearts were closed off because they didn't want to feel, they didn't want to hurt. And in walking people through that and trying to know that it's okay to feel all of it, and how to walk through that and not be afraid to feel, because you're going to, if you're going to open your heart. And we need our heart open to make the decisions with the heart. So, going through different styles, and this is one of the forms of doing it. This is a reflection back of the energy that's out there, whether it's around you or it's what I'm picking off of somebody else. When I do it for myself, it's like, okay, reflect back to me. I'll ask that. Reflect back to me what I need to know.
Oh, my goodness. I love this. For those of you out there, we're taking your calls. Hey, Maria, we're going to get to you in a hot second here. We're going to take a short break. When we come back, Dr. Jenn Royster is in the house. And we're going to tell you how to find out more about her work, about her radio show, all of the above. Let's take a short break. You guys are tuning in and listening to the Dr. Pat Show on Transformation Talk Radio and transformationradio.fm. Thank you. We will be right back. Stay tuned. And don't forget, 1-800-930-2819. All right.
Yo, tonight is the night that I'ma get twisted. Mix Moscato and vodka, I'ma mix it. Roll that spaceship, we about to get lifted.
Tune in to The Jenn Royster Show, intuitive guidance to inspire your life, each Thursday at 8 a.m. Pacific and 11 a.m. Eastern on TransformationTalkRadio.com. This amazing show is an inspirational hour that will take you on an epic metaphysical journey to discover the spiritual approach to life's greatest challenges. Dr. Jenn is an internationally known intuitive counselor, spiritual teacher, and energy healer. Call in for intuitive readings and visit JennRoyster.com for more information.
Would you like to be a question with anything that comes up in your body or mind? Would you like to become totally aware and begin to function as the conscious being you truly are? Join Access Certified Facilitator Glenna Rice every month for a live teleclass where you can ask all of your questions and learn to create change in any aspect of your life. Visit GlennaRice.com today to learn more, and don't miss the next call. Join the questionable conversation today at GlennaRice.com.
Sky Siegel co-hosts one of today's most popular psychic shows, Angels and Answers, with Artie Hoffman, as she communicates healing messages from the spirit world. These messages can be astounding, enlightening, and life-changing. Born with the God-given talent of inner guidance and the amazing ability to heal, Sky has healed thousands of people. Schedule a reading with Sky now. Call 908-500-1474 and visit skyofangels.com.
On the cutting edge of the new mainstream, Christine Upchurch is passionate about bringing together science, psychology, and spirituality in a way that can be applied to our everyday lives for true transformation. The Christine Upchurch Show, stellar conversations to illuminate your journey, engages some of the most outstanding visionaries on the planet in lively dialogue to inspire you to become that bright light you're meant to be. Join Christine every Friday at 11 a.m. Pacific Time on KKNW, AM 1150, and Transformation Talk Radio.
Naturopathic doctor, founder of the Martha's Vineyard Holistic Retreat, and author of the New York Times bestseller 21 Pounds in 21 Days, Dr. Ronnie DeLuce has helped tens of thousands of people, including celebrities and athletes, with her message of lifestyle change. Now Dr. Ronnie DeLuce wants to help you. You too can be saved. Email Dr. Ronnie DeLuce at info@ronniedeluceonradio.com and visit mvholisticretreat.com. Dr. Ronnie DeLuce, your partner in wellness.
Wow, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back to the Dr. Pat Show. Special show with Dr. Jenn Royster joining us here today. And as we said before, we are taking your calls, live on-air readings, but something really, really special happening with those readings. You're going to discover and uncover what Dr. Jenn does, intuitive painting. And it is a form of channeling, maybe or maybe not, but it is something that brings a new level of self-awareness. Dr. Jenn, before we jump in here and take Maria on the call, I would love for you to give folks information about you, information about your services, radio show, all of the above.
Okay. Well, I'm an intuitive counselor and energy healer. Those are my two major categories that I work in. Energy healing is powerful. So that's a big part of my work with the intuition. My website, everything's on the website, JENNROYSTER.com. I have free guided meditations over there, and what workshops I'm developing, because I'm working on some now, and I have one over there that helps people with their intuition if they want to take it to the next level. And my radio show is on Transformation Talk Radio every Thursday at 8 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Eastern. So if you want to tune in and catch my show live, we're there every Thursday morning. And we have a great time every week. And once a month, I've been doing the forecast and the angel guidance for the upcoming month. So in another week or so, I'm going to be doing it for the August month. Okay. That I'm getting a lot of feedback from. So it seems to be helping people through all of this.
It does, because, it helps make sense of the world in ways, because we're so close to ourselves. We're so in the self mode of who we are. Now, Marie is waiting for us. Marie is called in from Bothell, Mr. Benny. So let's see what Marie is up to.
Hi.
Hey, Marie. Welcome to the show.
I'm excited to get a reading of some sort.
Uh-huh.
Hi, Marie.
Hello.
Okay, so you want a reading of some sort. Is that what you said? Okay, well, how about if some sort I paint it?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, just because we're limited on time, can we narrow it down to an area of life?
Yes.
Yes. I am starting a new business venture.
Okay. Now, this is an interesting one because a few minutes ago, while we were still in break, I start to pick up what we're getting ready to do. And I have all these brushes laid out, and I have painting knives, because sometimes they have me cut through. And it's very metaphoric what brush they have me pick up. Okay. The other thing I have in my toolbox is a toothbrush. And I went, what are we doing with the toothbrush? Well, what I use the toothbrush for is a scattering. It's like spatter. So that gave me the impression, okay, your thoughts are all over the place in a spatter. So is that making sense? It's like you're trying to make decisions out of a whole lot of things. Is that making sense?
Yes, I am.
Okay, so here's what's going on. The good part is it's not bad energy. It's not bad energy. It's actually having me pick up blue. So the first thing I'm going to make a mess. Here we go. And it wants me to just literally spatter this blue all over. And now I'm immediately picking up, basically the stars, the planetary alignments. Have you ever followed those, Maria?
Yes.
Okay. there's a lot of information in there for you because this is looking like a star to me, like a starry night. And now they had me spatter the blue all over for those, and you'll be able to see. I'm making a video with this, so you'll be able to see all this later. We'll make a recording. And now I'm picking up assertion, and that's a red. Red is confidence, okay? There's something you're looking for in a confident decision. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. It's having me just go into a circle, into one spot. Like I said, this is just more of it almost is going in a circular rotation, and it's going counterclockwise. Thank you. Now I understand what it's telling me. We have to go clockwise for you. You're going counterclockwise in the energy of what you're trying to make a decision on. Wow, this one is very different from anything I've ever done before. Amazing. So we switch, and stay with me. Are you with me in what I'm saying?
Yes.
Okay, it's
I
had
am.
me pick. Okay, I know. And now it's taking yellow, and it's going around the red. Okay, this is going to look like I'm making like a universe on paper. And it wants you to go clockwise. It's bringing in the yellow. The red is like I'm being very assertive, but it was going in the direction that wouldn't manifest the decision. So it had me pick up the yellow, which takes you into your confidence in your third chakra. And it says, go clockwise with that and focus on that. The decision is going to be narrowed down. What I'm feeling is there's several, then all that spatter was all these choices that you have and options. It's going to narrow down to 3 in the next month and give yourself about, it's feeling like 2 to 3 months to make that final decision. And don't worry about not knowing what it is right now, because the confidence and the alignment is coming in the next couple of months. Does that make any sense to you?
Why, yes, it does.
Okay, so I have never quite gotten anything like that before. It's like that's the first time they've had me pick up a toothbrush for you. But that was showing me that you got a lot going on, and it sounded very vocal. The blue color, it had me pick up blue. That's a very vocal, like you're talking about it a lot, but it was spinning the energy in the opposite direction of where you needed to go. So bringing that focus of confidence in will quiet down so many choices and narrow it down to 3. And then it'll be coming in so much easier for you, and you'll know the right thing to do. So it's not saying do this or do that. That's very different. That would be actually quite uncomfortable, and I would feel like that wouldn't be the right thing to say to you. Instead, it wants to show you how to harness what you're trying to pick up.
That makes perfect sense.
It's narrowing the
Does
focus.
Yeah, tell me, Marie, how that makes sense. Can you share a little bit, or is it,
right.
Is it too
right
soon
before
to share?
I came on, I was thinking, in my life, I have many areas of interest, and I'm good at a lot of things. So it's made it difficult for me to choose what I want to focus on. And so as a result, you know those Chinese plate spinners that they have to run around and keep the plates up spinning on the sticks? My life has been like that, keeping the plates spinning, and I'm slowly getting rid of some of those plates so I'm not dashing wildly about, keeping it all going and more focusing. And that's kind of what I saw.
Wow.
What do you think of that, Dr. Jenn?
Well, when you look at this painting, it looks like, what is that? Well, but when you listen to this, it's a very powerful message because this is for Marie. And the yellow is spinning around that red that will, red's an aggressive color, but it's a very positive, assertive color too. It's the yellow is to redirect it change the direction of it. Think of a storm. It needs to change directions. And you're going to do that confidently. I am going to change the direction of this energy, which will now help you narrow down what to release, what to keep. And that is one of the most important things that I'm getting for you in the now moment that's going to help you tomorrow. Yeah. So,
Perfect.
wow.
What do you think? That sounds awesome. Thank you. Marie, thank you. You have any follow-up questions for Dr. Jenn?
No, that was just lovely. Thank you very much.
Oh,
thank you. very much, too, for calling in.
Wow. And we are taking your calls out there, 1-800-930-2819. We are taking your calls live. And that means what that means is live. We're going to take like a little short break. And when we come back, Candace, we'll get right to you. Dr. Jenn Royster is in the house. I love this. 1-800-930-2819. Dr. Jenn, please give out your website, because that's where people can find like everything out about you, almost everything.
Almost. Well, all the things that are positive, I hope.
Yeah, right.
It's JennRoyster.com, JennRoyster.com. And that's where I'm going to post all these pictures, and I'll try to see if I can put the video and connect it up on my show page on Transformation Talk Radio, too, for this.
My God, I hope you do that.
Yeah.
And if you send it to us, we'll put it right smack dab. Are you ready? We'll put it right smack dab on the landing page for TransformationRadio.fm and Transformation Talk Radio, because this is amazing. For those of you out there, if you have ever seen this before, I was stunned what Dr. Jenn does. This is like one of the coolest things. But you know why? We're all evolving right now. All of us are evolving. We're getting to that place where new ideas, new things are coming to the forefront, so that we all have the tools to do what we need to do. We're going to take a short break. When we come back, more with Dr. Jenn Royster. We got the phones ringing off the hook. We'll be right back.
In retirement, will you outlive your money? It's a common question for people approaching retirement, but it doesn't need to weigh on you. Ask Ameriprise financial advisor Jeff Packman about the new Confident Retirement Approach. You and Jeff can break down retirement planning step by step to get the real answers you need. In fact, 93% of clients who have had the Confident Retirement Approach conversation feel more confident about their retirement. Call Jeff Packman, financial advisor, at 425-453-0272 for your Confident Retirement conversation today. Office is located at 601 108th Avenue Northeast, Suite 1800, Bellevue, Washington, 98004. Percentage based on Ameriprise Financial Confident Retirement Client Survey as of December 2013. The Confident Retirement Approach is not a guarantee of future financial results. Investment advisory products and services are made available through Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated. A registered investment advisor, Ameriprise Financial Services, Inc., member FINRA and SIPC.
I'm Christine Upchurch, and this is a Stellar Reflections Minute. Years ago, when facing cancer, without any immediate treatment options, I sought healing by making various life changes. For a while, I followed a very restrictive diet. I often found myself obsessing about which foods were good and which ones were bad. Then one day, I realized I was consuming foods based on fear of not getting well. But I didn't want to make choices out of fear anymore. I decided it was far better for my immune system if I allowed myself to experience the joy that came from, say, eating frozen yogurt, than it was for me to ingest the fear that came from avoiding it. Now, instead of choosing healthy habits based on fear, I try to make choices because they feel right and ultimately bring me joy and ease. How many of your healthy habits are really based on fear? Please visit StellarReflections.com or call 425-999-9836. That's 425-999-9836.
Let me go. I told you once, I told you so. Take me down. You can't hold me, but you can't hold what's within.
Wow, everybody, welcome back. Welcome back to the Dr. Pat Show, Talk Radio to Thrive By. As I said before, if you want to find out more about me, more about Dr. Jenn, the best way to do that is you can go to TransformationTalkRadio.com, and what you're going to find is you're going to find lots of shows. If you want to take a sneak peek at the TransformationRadio.fm and the 10 amazing channels that are being launched, you can go to TransformationRadio.fm. Many of you have already hit up the Transformation Network. That is going to be a forum for many, many things, a place where, for example, Dr. Jenn can post her videos, articles, blogs. And why, you say? You know, only Dr. Jenn could probably explain why. For the same reason 13 years ago, when I dialed the wrong phone number, I did not hang up. Dr. Jenn, we're probably going to skip the next break because we got peeps calling into the show. What do you think?
Hey, peeps. Hey, peeps.
I'm going to kick it back to Mr. Benny. Mr. Benny, where were yeah. Hi, Candace.
Good morning, Dr. Pat. How are you?
Awesome. How are you, Candace?
I am doing wonderful. Thank you very much for asking.
I'm going to introduce you to my buddy, Dr. Jenn Royster.
Okay.
Hi, Candace.
Good morning.
How are you?
Good morning, Jen. I'm doing well. How are you?
Well, we're fantabulous here. We're having fun.
Yeah,
I've got blue everywhere from the toothbrush painting now. That's all. But no, I'm good. I love this kind of thing. And you know what is interesting? Before the next caller called in and we knew who it was, I was drawn to the mop brush. I'm kind of showing that to the camera. It's a softening. That brush is picked up, and I feel that energy for a brush when we need to soften something that feels like a rough edge or an aggressive approach. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Yeah.
It does. And part of the reason I'm going to go outside because I've got something here running the vacuum.
All right.
The reason, the reason I think I was led to call is because I'm feeling like I'm on the edge of a breakthrough of some kind, and I'm kind of struggling and not sure where to go. So I'm like really digging in, and maybe I'm digging in too hard rather than just letting things be.
That's making sense with the brush. It also had me go toward the green. Okay. So green is a renewal, a fresh new approach color. It's also a healing color, but it really wanted me to, this brush puts like a soft blended, almost a diluted type of feeling like watercolor would look. You know how it's a little bit watered down look? And that's what it's doing. It's having me go and just spread it wide over an area. You're a little bit more, it feels like you're almost the opposite of the first caller, where you need to cast your net a little bit wider and just soften the edges and let those edges explore unknown areas, because there's something to be. It is interesting. I'm actually curious. I'm curious now. I feel nosy in your energy field.
Me too.
I know. I'm like, I feel nosy. I'm like, what are we looking at? I was like, what's out there? And it's like there's these things for you to discover, and they're not being seen or noticed because of the hard edges. And the hard edges are more of a boxed in approach, and it's kind of limiting. There's something about your energy that is so strong. A box is just too small for you, Candace. It's too small. You have a net.
Well, that makes sense.
Look at that. She's like, yeah, girl, I got this.
Yeah, so,
that's right.
And it's really funny because if we didn't have the explanations for these paintings, you would look at them and go, what in the world is this? Yes, it looks like first grade paintings at this point, but it's okay because this is it's a beautiful, fresh green that I've got, and it had me just cast it all over the painting. Now it's having me pick up a different, more fine-tuned, pinpointed brush. I'm going for that right now, and it's taking me to a deeper blue, more of a, that has it's a higher chakra color. It's a deeper blue, and it's having me go into areas that are light and make small little points, almost in star shapes. Okay. And it's saying that there's these sparks of creative ideas that it's waiting for you to discover. Wow. Okay.
And I kind of did a meditation on that this morning because I want to start writing some new music that is associated with my I'm not going to call it a new journey, but with the doors that are kind of opening up into this journey that I'm on. And maybe I need to stop limiting what I'm doing or what I'm thinking about that and just let those ideas come. Those little sparks, just pick them out,
Jen,
pick them out.
Can I just chime in here for a minute?
Sure, absolutely.
If I don't say it, I don't know, like I'm having a moment where I'm going to forget this for you. You know the whole vacuum thing you just said, like I got to move out of the room because somebody's vacuuming? Do you remember you said that? Okay. I don't know why this is, Dr. Jenn. Maybe you can help with this, but there is something for you to clean up of your past. There's something. That vacuum is not a mistake. There's something that just absolutely needs to be sucked up into that vacuum and taken to the dump. And I don't know what that is, Dr. Jenn.
Well, here's the weird thing when you said that. Okay, this is interesting. This is like a synchronicity of like collaboration of creative and intuition. It had me pick up the red. Okay.
Oh,
and
okay.
It's a crimson red, kind of a blood color. And it had me taking it and reaching out from these blue areas. It had me paint 3 blue, scattery, loose-looking star type shapes inside the green. And then it had me take long strokes, almost like, like long streaks coming off that. And what I want to say, Kansas, is don't be afraid to explore something new. It looks like what I'm seeing is it had me draw them close together, and it's looking like there's several ideas. Okay, take it. You write songs, if that's what you were saying. It's going to be like there's going to be these pieces of different things that are going to feel like broken messages or pain. And it's going to come a lot from what you're healing of your own self, or maybe somebody else is going to, it could feel like you're hurting. I think that's causing like a bleeding streak out. But in that, the phoenix rises and you are healed, and it's going to change it over and convert it, because it's saying, don't be afraid to feel the uncomfortable part of combining these. It's like a piece of this, a piece of that, a piece of that in this big, vast area. In that big area is softening and allowing this and allowing it. Those broken pieces are going to come together into one. And it had me draw 3. So the number 3 is significant to me. It's very significant. Ascended masters, maybe. The 3 is a trinity. I mean, there's a lot of different things with the 3, but I have 3 stars. And then these, and that crimson this could be a little uncomfortable for you, but it is going to be one of the most powerful things you've ever done.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting.
Okay.
I'm getting, this is really interesting. I'm getting like, oh, I just swept it under the rug. And it's like that infomercial that's on TV now about the vacuum that is really, really thin, and you can go under the rug and get it. You can go under the beds and get it. It's not like, I'm not getting like it's a big, oh my gosh, the world is going to end thing, right? But it's like something that is under the rug and doesn't want to be there anymore, Dr. Jenn, right? I mean, I actually
absolutely. And she was feeling that, and that even validates to her what she was feeling before she called in. She goes, there's this something, and I was meditating about it. And then I was saying, it's kind of a lighten up, Candace. This isn't a go assertive, aggressive approach. It's in order to heal, soften the approach, allow yourself to kind of have the vulnerability of learning something that is going to be out of your comfort zone right now. There's going to be, I can feel this incredible music that's going to help a lot of people coming out of this, but it's going to be kind of a collecting the pieces. That's kind of like picking up and collecting the broken pieces that are going to come together and make something new.
That makes sense.
Yeah, it's
because
actually
there are some things that I kind of swept them under the rug that I need to get them out, and not necessarily examine them again, but just say, hey, I'm done with you, and here let me take my creative bit out of that and then let it flow away.
Yeah, because whatever that thing you put under the rug, it's chipping away at your creative energy. I don't know what it is.
There's a hummingbird flying by me right now.
Wow.
A hummingbird just came to say, hey.
Did we say any more? I'm hoping that hummingbird's going to show up in a picture. Dr. Jenn is doing. Dr. Jenn, why don't we tell folks right now how they are going to be able to see what you're doing here later on?
Okay, we have a camcorder going, so it's recording the whole thing. So we're going to put it together in a video. So we'll give you one, Pat, so you guys can put it up on the network. I'll also have it over on my website, and I'm going to have the pictures that I'm doing for everyone over on the website as well, where they can go in and save copies of that for them. So to everybody else, you're going to go, what in the world? But you have to listen to the show or watch it along with the video, and then you can watch how it came to be. And it's going to make a lot more sense with the interpretation of what it is.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Oh, my gosh. Cool. Yeah, thank you. Hey, thanks for calling in. And, we are going to skip the break, Dr. Jenn, because we got more peeps. We got peeps that want to connect.
Hey, peeps. I'm signing these as I do them, so I'm putting them over there. Okay. So.
All right, let's go to Mr. Benny. Hi, Mr. B.
Hey, what up? Susie from Seattle. Welcome to the show.
Susie.
Hi there. Thanks for taking my call.
Hi, Susie.
Hello.
How can we help you, Susie? I know you got something on your mind.
I do. I am kind of contemplating a business decision and, sort of decided to do it, and it's going to take a few years to get it all rolling, and I'm just wondering if you have any insight into it.
Oh, my goodness. Okay, Dr. Jenn is going to work with you on this, but I got to just tell you something. Did you hear Dr. Jenn and I talk earlier about ourselves and about how we get ourselves in a box? And isn't this interesting? This is a business day today because
I know.
Same, I can't even cuss on the show, but the same decisions, right? But I just want to say that what Dr. Jenn, I don't know how this shows up, but I will say this. This idea, time, right? Time is not an idea from spirit, right? We are the people that comes up. Now I can't even talk now. This is how much energy I got around this thing. Time is something we come up with. It doesn't have to take 3 years or 4 years or whatever you just said.
Mm-hmm,
I mean,
exactly. I mean, guess what color I just picked up?
Jen,
no, I'm with you. I want you to keep going. I had orange. I had to pick up the orange. That's a vibrancy color. It's a creative color for the second chakra to get things moving. So we have to get the lead out here on what's going on right now. And I apologize. The caller's name again?
Susie.
Susie. Thank you, Susie. Thank you. Okay. Yeah. Pat, I didn't want to interrupt you. I wanted you to know that the orange was coming through, and I was like, so I'm putting it on the plate. I didn't have it out. Vibrancy, and we got to look at the second chakra because business decisions usually come in, and they're so overwhelming for people. Mm-hmm. Okay, people just are like, what are we doing with that? I don't know. I don't know. This is where you don't want to get overwhelmed, and you want to let creativity fly and do the brainstorming thing. You see that in business a lot. Yep. Masterminding, things like that. Are you doing anything proactively and putting that out there on the table? Now, this one had me pick up a knife. Pat, honestly, it feels a little bit like a mix between you and Susie here.
Well, of course, because Susie is a loyal listener.
There we go.
Yeah, and orange.
I am.
I mean, I know that you picked up orange, and the thing that I could say is I was working on the Dr. Patcho media kits over the weekend, and orange is our color, and it is the color of crust busting. So I made a decision this weekend. Susie, I don't know how long you've been listening to the show, but I made a conscious decision to bring crust busting back. So if you go to crustbusting.com, check out that thing. Uh-huh. If you don't see any orange in that, call me. But so now we got me out of the way.
Oh, that's awesome. Though I don't know, that was all supposed to happen, Susie. That's a synchronicity. So it's had me take the knife. Now with you, it's just cut through the crap.
Uh-oh.
Sorry. It's not.
No, I understand that. Yes.
And I was like, it's wanting me to say that, and that was a good word to use. But it was like, let's just cut through this. So I had a knife, and it had me just randomly just all over with the orange. Okay, so we have this big, interesting, radical strokes of orange, and then it had me go straight to a pinpointing with the yellow, and that's the confidence again. So now it's saying, where do you feel drawn? Where do you feel the most comfortable? Now, this is going to sound interesting, and it's really a paradox. Where do you feel the most comfortable? Usually what you can see or what's on top, what's obvious. And it wants you to, okay, that's great. You have confidence there, and wants you to actually explore, learn. Don't be reckless, but explore what you're not comfortable in. Believe it or not, that's what it's saying. Go and explore and learn about something that you don't have any idea. It had me go to the middle, underneath. It's like, what's underneath the table? What's under there that I'm not paying attention to or taking seriously? I need to look at that. So it's taking me right into the center of this with the yellow to bring confidence in learning something new. When you are wanting to make a business decision, most of the time it's going to feel out of the comfort zone. And we've got to bust through, like Pat was saying with her program, you got to bust through that. You got to find something to bust through that hardened outer shell layer. It had me cutting. Yeah, exactly. So it had me picking up the knife. That one's my cutting edge one. That's my cutting edge metaphor tool. And then it's like diving in. Just go, dive in, learn as much as you can about something that maybe you haven't paid that much attention to, that didn't seem that important. There's underlying key components that are going to help you tremendously with this business venture and making decisions for the future. It's not to worry about, am I doing it right or wrong? It's to go in there and this is what I want to do. And this is the direction I'm going, and I am claiming this direction and doing it confidently and not second guessing it. And it's saying that to me so strong. So I've got this big line going through the middle with the yellow, and that's for the confidence and the power of the third chakra. So this reading is very strong in second and third chakra. Second chakra, creative energy with the orange, the allowing the new ideas to come in. Don't be afraid to explore all the things that may not look like they're important or not. There's something in there that you're not realizing. And it's like, just get in there and go and be assertive with learning it. Once you do that, you're going to be able to make a great decision for where you want to take this and allow that time to do that. I'm seeing the number 4. I don't know if that means 4 months. It feels like that, but I'm letting you know it feels a little cloudy on that. The other thing I want to say behind that, it doesn't mean, okay, that's it, 4 more months. You know, you could do that in 4 days if you wanted. Pat and I were talking about that earlier. There is no time and space here unless we're choosing that. You can choose how fast or how slow you want to take this, Susie. You can go for this, or you can go, you know what? I'm more comfortable learning a little bit more and taking a little bit more time with the choice. So it's choosing how fast or how slow and learning some of the insights that are a bit underneath that you're not giving as much attention to. You're already comfortable with what's on top. It's about learning what you're not comfortable with. Mm-hmm. And that's the biggest message I'm getting with this one.
How do you feel about that? Because I noticed your energy drop a little bit during the call. Can you talk a little bit about what just happened here so Dr. Jenn can help?
Well, I don't know why my energy would have dropped, but it makes sense to me because
you're thinking
something totally different. I was thinking and writing down a few things. But it's interesting you said 4. I've been thinking 4 years because it's an issue where I have to wait for certain people to move out of the way, and with legal documents, they'll be done in 4 years, type of thing. So.
That makes sense why it was cloudy. It wasn't like wasn't like an ironclad 4 months to me either. Right. Okay, that makes sense. You just validated mine.
Right, and I have ideas of what I want the end product to be, but getting there and the exploring and is just what you're saying is what I've been telling myself. I need to move on this and start learning more about all the steps.
And I'm cutting in again because something else came in while you were talking. So I'm glad that Pat asked you for that because I was feeling her processing. And that was bringing it out. Yeah. Now it had me bring up a deep blue, kind of like a marine blue, ultramarine blue. And it's having it come out the back end like a rocket. You know how the stuff comes out the back end like when a rocket takes off? And the nose, it's having me come in with the triangle for the nose. So it's a weird looking rocket, but this idea and this project is going to shoot like beyond anything. It's going to shoot high. It means it's going to shoot high and powerful like a rocket. And that's a good thing. This is a positive thing I'm seeing. So the approach and learning and if you do that and you kind of go with this and just pay attention, this is going to soar beyond any success you thought it would do. That's what I'm getting. And I love it. It turned into a rocket. I know, it turned into a rocket. So don't worry about whether it's 4 years, 4 months, 4 days, 4 hours, because there's something with the 4 in there. But, the thing is, it's going to be worth the wait. And it's a vibrant, powerful rocket made out of orange with, I know what's in the middle of me. I know what fuels me. That's what that yellow is, deep in the center, going and finding what that is underneath. I know what fuels this, and it's going to take it to the moon, so to speak, in a metaphoric way to say it. So very, very, very interesting read for you, Susie. So There you go.
Susie, you good to go now?
Thank you.
Are you fired
I am.
up?
Thank you so much.
Fired up? Are you fired up, ready to go now?
Yes. Well, thank you very much.
Oh,
you are so welcome.
Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for listening. Wow, Dr. Jenn, my gosh, the hour just goes by so quickly. I would love for you to take a moment, if you could, and again, let folks know when they're going to be able to see this amazing painting, and also more about you, how they can schedule time with you, all of the above.
Okay. We are going to put the video together. It would give me a couple of days for the video because we have to render it and it goes into editing and gets put together as a nice video. It's a big deal. It is a little bit. Yeah.
It's a big deal.
It takes a little bit.
Yep.
So that one I would love to get it out in the next 2 days, hopefully tomorrow, but give me a couple of days and I will send you guys a note when I have it.
Great.
The pictures will be up. It'll all be in a post together with the video and the pictures. If you guys that are getting the readings, be patient with me because we're going to have that out. It'll give me a couple of days. So when you're looking for it, so follow this and we'll put announcents out so you can get
put it
your
everywhere.
picture.
Facebook, everywhere.
There you go. The website is JennRoyster.com, JennRoyster.com. And on my website, I do private sessions by Skype or phone with anybody wherever they live all over the world. And you can just go in and book that online. It's very easy. And we have different links of them. We even have some people that absolutely love the email readings. They just ask one question and it's not so expensive that it's out of the ballpark for anybody to do that. We have some people that absolutely love doing those. And then we have people that do longer ones. So you can do private sessions. And one of the big classes that I have going on right now is the 8th chakra intensive. And it's very intensive. It's for going and really digging in and really connecting into all this intuition, your own. If you are a healer or a teacher and you want to fine tune your skills, but if you want to do this for yourself, which is really what I recommend for everybody, this takes you there. This is working with the 8th chakra in that connection. And what am I picking up to do what I've been doing today? What am I picking up when I'm helping someone call me? So I am very much about that. That is an on-demand class. You can start that at any time. It's all in video format. You download your lessons, things like that. It's all on the website. You can, and we have discounts for that class. If you're on my newsletter, it's right in the newsletter. So if you want to sign up for that, go sign up for the free newsletter, and then you'll have the discount code for that. So wow. hint. I know it's a $50 savings for that because it's like a 21 video course. It takes several weeks, about 4 to 5, 6 weeks to get through it, but you can go as slow or as long as you want.
But we have to get through it because we're blocking ourselves. There are so many ways, right, Dr. Jenn? We talked about a few of them where we cannot see the forest for the trees. And that's what I love about what you do. You help people roll it and move it along. Dr. Jenn will be back because wait till you see what she has created. Dr. Jenn Royster. Dr. Jenn, thank you for all that you do.
Thank you so much. I'll be back Thursday on my show at 8 a.m.
You betcha. And all of you out there, get ready. Fasten your seatbelt. Why? Crust busting's coming back. We'll see you next time.
Thanks, Dr. Pat.